You were tuned in to episode 120, 120, the Goodfellas podcast. It's your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. Got my main man with me with the wife beater on, showing the guns and shit. VP Shane in the building. What's going on, good brother?
Surviving, man. Surviving.
And I got everybody's favorite OG down the bottom here, BoxingFirstVlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka Mr. 1K. What's going on, big bro?
Man, you know the OG hanging in there like a rim with no net on it. What's groovy with you guys, man? How y'all feeling?
Everything straight, man. Good weekend, good day so far, man. I cannot complain at all, man. But we coming off of a nice weekend of fights, and I think the main thing is not only do you have good fights, but just good talking points afterwards. And we definitely have that. Andy Ruiz got a decision over Luis Ortiz.
I don't know how that went to points, bro.
I was getting ready to say we got to give BoxingFirstVlog. You should have bet without the trying to negotiate them points, brother. You'd have been paid. Bro.
Bro,
It's risky. It was risky, though.
I've been on such. Bro, look, I put a 10 fight parlay in, bro. Lost one. Bro, when you dubbed me the king, the one lost king on the parlay card, bro, that shit is just like a tattoo on me right now, bro. I can't get away,
you know should do, bro. Yo, you know what you should do is because it seemed like the one you lose be right at the end, yo. I would get like 6 or 7 of them Jones and wait for the cash out offer.
Yeah, cash out.
Bro, wasn't I talking to you this weekend and I told you they tried to lowball me? I hit everything on Shane's side of the pond, and then they lowballed me from my initial bet. I'm like, how you gonna give me a cash out offer lower than my initial bet?
But it depends on what 10 you had, though. Like if you had joints where all your favorites is like minus 3,500, then yeah, they are gonna lowball you. But if you do it like you usually do, if you got like an underdog or two sprinkled in, they probably give you a good look. But
no, I was all phased on this one. That Venezuela that fight cost me, man. I ain't even looked the fight up, bro. I was so upset, bro. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I was worried about Spencer, and I could have put Spencer on the card, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't sure, going up against an undefeated cat, trying to make his own bones. So I was like, let me leave him off because the numbers was too close anyway. It wasn't like Spence was a big favorite. So I don't know, bro. I've been running cold, you know what I mean? But what's good though, man? Let's get into this talk.
Let's get into it, man. Ruiz and Luis Ortiz, man. Decision victory. Andy Ruiz got 3 knockdowns in the fight, clean joints too.
One of them
wasn't clean. Yeah, one of them wasn't clean, but 2 of the 3.
I told you about this dude though. He got knocked down in the second round. He's got no legs left, bro.
Is it the legs or the chin or both?
Both.
What you think, Vlog?
Can I say it's age, bro? It's age. Let's be honest, bro.
Times undefeated.
Man, and we don't really know how old he is. That's been just a concern with a lot of, I wouldn't say all foreign fighters, but a lot of foreign fighters. We can really truly question that,
especially from Cuba.
Cuba, South American fighters. You know what I mean? Central American fighters. A lot
African
of these dudes. We not really sure. African fighters, you know what I mean? It's just crazy.
I wonder if he get the senior citizen discount at the movies, yo. You think so?
Bro, swear to God,
I mean,
Lennox Lewis said he used to spar Luis Ortiz, bro.
Yo, hey, Vlog.
I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, Vlog. He had AARP on his shorts, yo.
Bro, this dude, bro. He's sponsoring senior citizen homes right now, bro. He's doing straight commercials for senior citizen homes, bro.
But look at Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is 38, but he's been 38 for 3 years. Like he's been fighting for 3 years, bro.
Hey,
Yo.
my pops from Jamaica too. I might have to question his birthday too. I don't know about them island boys. They might be twerking their birthdays too.
Man.
He probably gave mom a bad number.
Yo, man, big shout out to J.O., man. Big shout out to you, fam. He said, what's up, fellas? Happy Labor Day. Same to you, brother. Brennan Smith in the building, man, said, hey, people. Big shout out to you, Brennan. He said, in my opinion, Ruiz did not do that good. Y'all want to get in on that?
I mean, I think Ruiz done.
That's where I was gonna go. That's where I was gonna go.
Go there.
Or is he catching? Is he catching a lot more damage? These 2 straight fights, he been getting touched up. Now we gotta admit, we already talking about an old man. That old man was flicking that jab, and just it was finding a place every time he threw it like that. You know what I mean? Where he really wanted to land it. So is Ruiz a new Ruiz? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because even in AJ fight, AJ wasn't really tattooing him like that in the victory fight, in the rematch. So, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't like this route for Ruiz. I understand, like, you know, you want to be Muchismo in the ring, but man, listen, a younger fighter, that I would have been closed by about round 6, bro. So I'm just saying, bro, I don't like him catching this damage like that.
I think Ruiz has always been limited. He's always been limited. And the worst thing that could have ever happened to him was that AJ fight. Obviously, he got a big bag from it, but his progression has we just gradually seen it regress. He's just gradually gone backwards and backwards and backwards as a fighter. And the mistakes that he would have made before, he wouldn't have made before, he's making now. And I just don't think he has the appetite for boxing anymore. You know, he looked like a fighter who boxes because they can, but not because they need to. You know, not because they live it, just because they can. A bit like AB.
It's an interesting take. I would just say he's just.
Yeah, I
it
can't
seems like
disagree
he's
with
just
that.
not progressing. It just seems like he's not progressing. Like it's just because when you stagnant, eventually you're gonna decrease. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's been stagnant for a long time. Even when he got the AJ win, he was still fighting the same way, making the same mistakes. Like he was still making the same mistakes. He lucked up and got the equilibrium shot. Like, let's be 100% real. So Luis Ortiz was, he had his moments and he was catching him with some good shots. And it just seemed like Andy Ruiz, he is who he is. But I'm sorry, he's a family meal for Wilder, yo. He's a family meal for Wilder. Like
we'll see what Wilder fights.
I don't know, bro. Now let me say this. That's what I'm saying. Now, y'all, you calling for, well, you and other people I've seen on social media calling for Ruiz and Wilder, but we don't know that Wilder is in a stagnant position. And is he changed, or has he been stalemate from the trilogy with Fury? And again, going back to him sharing social media clips of his workout, bro, I'm not seeing any defensive improvement. I'm not even seeing you guys work on that and showing, look, man, it ain't gonna be an easy cakewalk. It ain't gonna be just hit Wilder in the chin, because that chin ain't gonna be there. So where I'm not, where we saying Ruiz is stagnant, is Wilder stagnant. So it might be a good fight in that case, but
what Wilder are we gonna see? Like psychologically, mentally, like this dude's just taken 2 beatdowns by Fury. This dude, we don't know where he is mentally. I think Wilder should knock Ruiz out, but at the same time, we don't know where Wilder is mentally. There's certain fighters that just age overnight, bro. They have one fight, they lose that fight, and then all of a sudden they just look like food for everyone. They're just like cannon fodder for everyone.
That's what I was saying about these. That's what I brought up about Ruiz. He looking like Dennis last 2 fights. They're victories, but again, bro, these are not the most youthful guys that you're fighting. You done fought 2 supreme elder statesmen of the heavyweight division right now. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't very impressed with the victory. I called it, you know what I mean? But not something where I'm clamoring to see Ruiz get a shot or maybe even get a big name like a Herkovich or a Big Bang Zhang or something. I don't know. These guys might really tee off on this dude.
The only reason I didn't factor in whether Wilder's the same or not is Andy Ruiz is like right there. Like he's right at your front door. And he doesn't do a good job of getting on the inside either. Like he doesn't avoid very well. So even if Deontay Wilder is on the downslide, if his right hand still works, he's gonna land that joint at some point and get him up out of there. Now, I mean, y'all got valid points though. I'm not gonna sit up here and say y'all don't have valid points. It's just I can see if Ruiz was like 6'5" or something like that, kind of change the dynamics a little bit. He's what, like 6'2", vlog? He like 6'2",
maybe even less.
Maybe less than that. It's gonna be real hard for him. He is sitting duck, as far as I'm concerned, and that's just genetics. You know what I'm saying? This is a bad style matchup for Andy Ruiz, but I mean, we're getting that fight. Like we're getting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether we want it or not, like we're getting it because PBC don't have anything else to offer Wilder. Period. You know what I'm saying? Unless let him go across the street. Nah. You know, I don't really like the fight, me personally, but you know, it is what it is, man. J.O.
I mean, that's and we still assuming that Wilder gets past Helenius, but I'm thinking that's a 50-50 fight right now.
If that's a 50-50 fight, then Wilder could retire.
So you're saying Helenius and Wilder's 50-50?
It's going based off of words that Shane has brought to the table. What's the guy meant to like? We can hear you talking. That's cool. Like, it's good to see him back in the media, but getting inside that ring is another story. And then you getting inside with another guy that can look you eye to eye, other than a Ruiz, who you're saying like he has, you know, a certain height advantage, so he punching down. This another guy looking you face to face, eye to eye, and a guy that's shown some slight improvement. So it's actually coming in the ring on a good foot, per se, coming in the ring on the bad foot if you're Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Now, we know he got the right hand. That's cool. But a guy that showed me a little bit of movement and some counterpunching ability, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of agree with Shane on this one. Like, if this is truly a 50-50 fight for Wilder, he'd probably be better off hanging him up.
Yeah, bro, because you got a certain reputation. Yeah. You have a certain reputation, and I just feel like at this point you can only damage your credibility. Kind of like when Roy was fighting at his 50s, and Evander Holyfield was fighting in his 50s. You only damage the way people remember you, bro. You know, sometimes you gotta leave this
now. Okay, now that seems a little bit. That seems a little bit contradictory, because you just said a few minutes ago you believe he has a heavy heart. He's got a lot weighing on his mind based on the brutality of his past two fights. So if you're saying that, then
Helenius is a great fighter. That's the difference. Robert Helenius is a C- fighter, bro.
I don't equate Tyson Fury to be a great fighter either, bro. He's just a guy that's used his dimensions to his advantage.
How we get on Fury though? You turned the corner on me.
We was talking about
Helenius.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like he's saying like Helenius is a great fighter, but I'm saying Fury, being a sort of sized guy, big tall guy that got a little bit of movement, is not a great fighter either. But look what he pulled off.
Yeah,
I think Fury moves a little better than Helenius, but you got to be honest. Helenius movement in the Kalnecki scenario, he's looking pretty decent, and I would say Wilder doesn't move that much better than Kalnecki.
The pedigree of Fury in comparison to Hellenius is just night and day, bro. And then you can say that, but bro, this dude has an equalizer. He'll just land on Robert Hellenius and it'll be over. This is the same dude that got knocked out by Gerald Washington, bro.
Yo, Vlog like Hellenius, yo. He might be in Vlog's top 10.
I ain't gonna argue with you about that, and I'm not gonna No, I like fighters that show me something different than they showed me in the past. He showed me something different.
Agreed.
He went in against a guy that's a banger that can land. Yeah, he went in against Kalnacki and showed that, okay, I love this sport, so I'm going to show some improvement. I'm going to show a different side. I'm going to show the side that was winning before KOs that everybody know me for. So again, obviously, he's not too much trash truck juice. A bunch of wins before the losses. So again, you step up to the plate. You go against a perennial contender. I wouldn't say Big Cat was a contender, but perennial contender. And you get rid of him. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. I gotta respect that.
Let me introduce my bro, man. Ty Finney, aka the Legend, is in the building. Can I get a mic check? Mic check.
Salute.
Oh, you saying clean, baby? That's what I'm talking about. Legend, what was your thoughts on the Ruiz and Luis Ortiz fight, bro?
I think Ortiz did a good job. You know, aside from the knockdowns. Man, I felt so bad for him, man. To be honest with you, felt bad for him, man. Because he's definitely not going to get that chance of getting a title shot again.
No, yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's down the drain. And Legend, I was saying
for
earlier,
health reasons he shouldn't get it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
She just retire.
I'm gonna say no. Only because of the side of the street he's on. He probably could string a couple joints together against lesser guys and get a couple paydays. Right. But it's over as far as like him being like a major player. Like his chin is just not gonna hold up. Right. It's not gonna hold up.
He needs to fight a dude like he needs to be like a gatekeeper.
Yo, him and Luis Ortiz and Hellenius would have been a good fight. That would have been a good fight.
That would be a good fight. Maybe Ortiz versus
Hellenius would have beat the brakes off of this boy.
Hellenius, maybe Ortiz versus Big Bang Zhang.
But that's the thing. Like, are they going to send him across the street? At this point, if you me personally, I would just send him across the street. I would send him across the street. I'll be like hitman for hire. Like whoever wants to fight him, you pay me my fee and I'll send him over. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, because at this point, there's nothing. So look at it from this end, right? So from the PBC end, right, Legend? He can't fight Wilder again. Right. He just lost to Ortiz. Robert Hellenius is busy. Kalnacki, no, he's lost 3 straight.
What about Chris Arreola?
Chris Arreola, maybe.
I know who need a name.
Who?
I know who need a name.
What?
Johnny Rice need a name.
Johnny Rice.
Ortiz.
You know what? I can't even. No, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at that matchup. Like if they was to put that on like Fox regular TV or Showtime regular TV, I would be cool with that. I would be cool with that. But that's about as far as he can go.
What about Odo Wallen? What's his name? Wallen.
Yeah, that's a solid fight. That's a good one.
And Wallen doesn't have the power to knock him out.
Exactly. Actually, Legend, that might be the best name he could possibly get in a favorable matchup. Because Wallen he's not parking.
Can I be honest with you, Shane? At this point, let's be honest. At this point, you don't need power to hurt Ortiz. You throw your punch on the right line, it get close, he might go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but it's a difference between falling like a couple bricks and falling like a ton of bricks. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So Wallen cracking, it might be a couple bricks, you know. he let somebody like Wilder touch him. It's a tennis break,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So Legend, I gotta ride with you on this one, man. If they want to find out if Luis Ortiz is like done, like well done, him and Otto Wallen to be a good gauge, and see even him and Johnny Rice would be a good gauge to see where he's at. I don't have a problem with neither one of them. I think
Johnny get rid of him.
Johnny will get rid of Luis Ortiz.
I think Johnny get rid of him.
Really?
Yeah, size 7.
Or give him Michael Coffey.
I was gonna say that too.
Give him Michael Coffey or give him Darmani Rock.
There you go. There you go.
If you're trying to get him back on track. If you're trying to get him back on track. So it's a couple of guys.
Man, on that PBC side that's there.
It's
What
not
about Dylan White?
That he got across the street though.
Yeah.
We got to get into him too. But Vlog, you mentioned earlier about Tyson Fury. Can you explain to the people that may not know what's going on with Tyson Fury, kind of leapfrog into that?
Man, well, Tyson Fury is out here calling out losers. I find that interesting. You're the WBC reigning defending champion. Losers. He called out AJ today, talking about an all British fight. Talking about I'll give you a couple months and we'll send over the paperwork. I'm confused, bro. You called out Chisora just about a month ago, and this dude came off a loss to Parker. You calling out AJ coming off a loss, back-to-back losses. I'm confused, bro. What kind of champion is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you not calling out Herkovich? Why you not out Joe Joyce Parker winner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Call out somebody that's been somewhat consistent in the game, bro. Like,
he's looking for who's gonna pay him the most money, and AJ is gonna pay him the most money,
bro. Okay, how? Who wants to see that fight? Does anybody truly believe AJ will win against any that's considered a level fighter? Obviously, you're the world champion, so you're considered an A-level fighter.
It's still a big money fight, bro. It may not have the same traction.
I don't know. They wouldn't get my dollars.
I mean, let me run through these comments real quick, fellas. J.O. said Prime Ortiz would have beat Ruiz easy. I think a Prime Ortiz probably would have got a decision because I'm assuming he wouldn't have had 3 knockdowns. So that's fair. Brennan Smith, I believe Wilder will KO Ruiz. I believe that as well. PGH Big Dog said, salute G5 Jeff TV. Man, salute to you, family. Appreciate you for stopping through, man, for sure. J.O. said, one thing you can't take away from King Kong Ortiz is how tough he is. True warrior. Nah, he got guts, man. No, he got guts, man, for sure. Like, definitely. Brennan Smith, I don't want to see the Cruz rematch. Let's quickly jump into that. Brennan said we have too many rematches. Let's jump into that real quick. So Pitbull Cruz got a second round demo on the undercard of that, and he calls out Tank. Just, we can go around the board. Do you think he deserves a rematch, and do you want to see a rematch? You on mute, bro? You on mute?
Sorry. I can understand why the PBC are doing it because they're running out of names for this dude.
That's a fact.
They ain't gonna put him in there with Devin. They ain't gonna put him in there with Loma or Tiafimo or they might put him in there with Ryan, but I doubt it. So who else do they have to put him in there with?
I don't know, man. It's looking real bleak. Memphis bleak out here. For sure. Vlog, what you think?
I think they need to stop playing with that dude, bro. Let that dude go, man. Y'all treating this dude like Joey Spencer out this motherfucker, man. Like, stop it, bro. Either he boxing or he not, bro. Either he is a world champion challenger or he just you know, a Nigel Benn type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a Conor Benn type of dude. My bad. But again, I'm losing respect for the whole Tank movement, bro. I appreciate the skills, but the recycle, staying in-house fighters, none of these dudes in-house is a way to the belt, bro. So, and then you going back and forth on social media with the actual champion, but you not in negotiations to fight the champ. Doesn't make any sense, bro. Don't give me a Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao 10 years from now. I don't want to see that.
A legend, give it up, bro. What you think?
I don't want to see a rematch. You know, Tank already said he hurt his hand and he still won. So, I don't want to see it, but I would like to see him and Farmer. Cause you know, I mean, but you know, they had their beef. But I mean, I don't know why it never came to terms with them.
To be honest,
Farmer just had his fight just fell out with Mickey Bay.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't even thinking of that name, but this is why I like talking to all of y'all at the same time. So the combination of Shane saying that he's running out of names and you mentioning Tevin Farmer, it's not even out of the realm of possibility that they could try to dig that back up. That might be how desperate they are.
Okay. If Farmer take that fight now, what is the back going to be? What's the if he turned the offer down before? Supposedly turned the offer down before, right? What's the back going to be like now, bro? He not even going to consider it. So that's a fight to me that don't sound like it's on the table unless he not eating well.
Yeah, I don't think so. To follow that up with Vlog, I think that they would probably offer him probably a max of probably maybe 500,000. Maybe I would say maybe 500,000 for that fight.
A max?
Yes.
He must be on drugs.
That you think he's getting a lot less than that?
He should be getting much more than that.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying, Shane. You got to factor.
That's why I was going.
No, but Vlog, his name is Ice Cold in the streets.
You
it's
expect
Ice Cold.
Tevin Farmer?
I can't argue with you. I still can disagree with them numbers, but I can't argue with you.
If I'm Tevin Farmer, bro, I know the fact that they've come to me, they must be desperate. So if just of that alone, so I'm asking for a minimum.
I'm doing simple math here, right? They basically offered him $1 million plus when he had the belt in his name.
I thought it was $2 million.
Okay, let's just go 2. They offered him $2 million. He was on a major winning streak and he had a belt, right? He had a belt, and his name was hot in these streets. So that's $2 million, right? So his name is not hot in the streets, right? Slash that in half. On top of that, he's not a champion. Slash again. I'm gonna say maybe 750 tops, maybe 500 to 750. I ain't willing to go no.
What you say? Another 200,000 because you're a former champion. You know what I mean? Padded a little bit because you're a former champion.
Like 500 to 750,000.
Okay.
For
question:
Farmer.
Is it a pay-per-view fight though?
Of course.
Is it a pay-per-view fight?
Yes.
Then we can be talking over $1 million. I'm not. Again, it sounds like another offer he not gonna consider because he gonna feel like is a little bit disrespectful of his pay-per-view fight.
This is what the thing is.
Like a Showtime fight, 750,000.
So
everything you said is correct, but we talking about a guy that turned the offer down.
Right, but factor this in though. So let's rewind back. When he got offered the $2 million, you could have made a legit claim that if they had it in the Barclays Center, is a definite sellout. He doesn't count towards the actual pay-per-views. Nobody's going to spend a pay-per-view to watch Tevin Farmer. But at that time, that building, Barclay was going to be sold out.
And also to agree with Jeff, though, at that time, he was actually signed to the Zone. So a lot of that money they were paying was actually to get him away
from the Zone.
Away from the Zone, because he was signed with Eddie Hearn and the Zone. So what Jeff is saying is true. But he turned that down, though, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
He accepted that, bro. He turned that down. So don't expect him to accept.
That's all I'm going
no,
off
but
of.
that's a whole separate question.
That's why I was just
going off of. Yeah, I was just going off of what he would be offered. Now, whether he would accept it or not, that's a whole different question. I don't think he would. I don't think he would accept it. But that's it is what it is. But Legend, that's a good point though. Like he could very well get a call. Like
good name, Legend. Good name.
Well, who else is there? Like there isn't much. I mean
ice cold though. Ice cold.
If Colbert won, then I would have probably seen them match him up with Chris Colbert. He didn't win. It's a bit difficult for
too little, bro. I mean, too little. You can't do that. You can't do Chris Colbert. He way too little, bro.
And PBC really ain't got nothing at 140 neither. They ain't got nothing at 140.
I mean, I don't know. If I did want to see a rematch, I probably want to see Barrios again because of how well he did. I think Barrios did better than any fighter.
I'd rather see Pitbull.
I'd rather see Pitbull missed 100,000 times.
I'd rather see Rolly.
Barrios was touching it.
I'd rather see Rolly. I'd rather see Rolly again.
Hey, they could literally. Hold on.
Great question.
Vlog, check this out. Check this out, bro. They could literally go on a rematch tour with Tank. They could literally.
God damn, I was thinking the same shit. I ain't got no wood.
Legend. Oh yes, they could literally. They could literally go. They could knock on wood. They could literally go Rolly rematch, then Pitbull rematch, and Barrios rematch.
That's shameless, bro.
Back to back to back. They could literally do that. That's how desperate they are.
They can't do that though. They can't do that. They can't do that. I'll tell you why they can't. I'll tell you why they can't. I'll tell you why they can't do that. Because the streets are already talking, bro. And Devin Haney's undisputed champion. Teofimo was undisputed champion. So at the end of the day, bro, the streets are talking. Like this dude has to have a big fight, bro. He has to have a big fight.
Listen, these dudes,
might fight
they don't manage based on the streets, though, bro. That's the one thing about it.
This is the first time
we get those fights that even the boxers want. We rarely get those fights. Even these fighters, they want these fights, but we rarely get them. Well, we don't get them in a timely fashion, at least. 10 years too late.
What's the dude's name that fought on the undercard? That was commentating for Showtime when they were supposed to fight before, but before I guess his eye injury, Mares.
Oh, Abner Mares.
Yeah, I mean, I know he ain't fought in years, but
no, he fought on the undercard. He fought on the undercard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know. I'm saying like since he's back fighting, could that happen down the line?
Nah.
But you know what though? I put it to you like this: if Tevin Farmer gets a call, then Mares gets a call.
I get a name for you. They just had a fight the other day. Figueroa versus Lipinets. Maybe they might put him in there with Lipinets at 140.
Tank and Lipinets?
Yeah.
At 140?
They bounce him around. That's way avoid 135 in the drama.
That's not a bad fight. I actually like that fight.
But
that fight was at 40 or 47? It was at 40?
That was at 40.
It was 40.
Yeah. And your boy was drinking.
I'll take that.
That didn't help me because he had at 147, 2 fights in a row. So
Shane, great
going
name.
to 140 after that, he wasn't ready.
Shane, great name. That might be the best.
But I'll say this: Lipinets will do. Lipinets will do about as good as Barrios did. He'll have some good moments, but eventually, that kill shot is going to come.
That might be the best option they have. I ain't even think of that name. That might be the best option they have.
Yeah, I mean, he did this fight on PBC, so
yeah. Big shout out to Blaze Philly 215, man. Say what's good, fellas. Big shout out to Blaze Philly, man. Got a new show coming out in October. You know what I'm saying? I think it's called Catching L's. Big shout out to him. It's going to be on. Got that deal with Roku, so it's going to be on Roku starting in October 2022.
I need to you up about that. How the hell you got that, bro?
Yeah. So big shout out to Blaze Philly 215, man. He said, I can't lie. I think it's time for Wilder to retire. So, bro, if it's 50-50 with Hellenius, then I agree. If he blows out Hellenius like I think he should, then he should be 10 toes down. But it depends on how he looks against
What's the
Hellenius.
blowout?
Right hand night. Right hand night.
No, we already know that, but what inside 5, inside 3 blowout? What's the blowout to you?
Under 6. In
a non-title fight?
Correct. So you gotta factor this in, bro. They used to spar together. So he's familiar with Wilder. So you gotta factor that in. So I don't think it's gonna be a 1 round joint, like you know what I'm saying. Unless he just catch him ice cold.
I'm thinking
that. Go ahead, Vlog.
You know when you're sparring Wilder, that's like somebody sparring Ali and really trying to do their best. You're just in there to get paid, try not to nick the champ and you get out of there. So I don't know we can judge that to say that they know each other like that. You feel what I'm saying?
But this the thing though, Blunt. Some dudes feel the power and they don't want to feel the power again, so they go down off the easiest shot, bro. They get touched with something that they felt is a bit powerful, but it really doesn't knock them out. But they just don't want to get hit again, so they just go down and fold. And I've always questioned Robert Helenius' heart, whether he's got the heart to be an elite fighter, And I think his heart's gonna get questioned in this fight because he's gonna get hit with something, and I just think he's gonna fold.
Yeah,
I can't.
Legend, what you think?
With Wilder Helenius?
Yeah,
I would say Wilder probably stops him by between 6 and 8.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. If he gets him out of there between 6 and 8, that's I wouldn't say that's I think prime.
Y'all right on the fringe of my prop bet. Y'all right on the fringe of my prop bet.
Well, between 6 and 8.
Because I got Helenius. No, I got Helenius going at least 6. Remember we was talking about
6. I could say yeah. We was talking
remember
about that. Yeah. Yes, sir.
But,
yes, sir.
One Helenius stopped by Washington, right?
Yeah.
And Washington's a horrible fighter.
But then the question is though, is Wilder going in there to just obliterate him, or is he going to get some ring rust out? Does Wilder actually want to do rounds?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question. Does he?
I mean, but when you do rounds, you subject. But hold up, when you doing rounds, you're getting punched in the mouth, and this ain't sparring. These shots count. You understand what I'm talking about? So again, if you said obliterate to me sounds like 3 rounds. Why would I want to go the distance with somebody that I would say is tricky if I know them so well? Then I've seen the best of him, or I've seen him adjust the things I'm doing. Unless he just was in there to me to land the right hand, work on different shots.
I'm not saying Wilder's gonna go in there and not go for the knockout and try to take it the distance. But I'm gonna say maybe he wants to do 5-6 rounds, get the ring rust off, and then turn up the levels after.
I mean, that's a possibility.
This man got 40-something fights. What ring rust? What ring rust, bro? 40-something fights. What ring rust? It's not like he been gone 2 years,
bro. But listen,
I mean,
it's.
He hasn't won in 2 years.
I guess
he hasn't won in 2 years. He hasn't won a fight in 2 years, bro.
Okay, that doesn't equate to ring rust. I give you a year. Go ahead.
Well, he has ring rust just off of what you said earlier. You said mentally you don't know where he at. So off of that alone, he has ring rust.
No, Shane's saying that. No, bro, Shane's saying that. I never said that. Shane said that. I was just using it to debate something else he said.
Okay, fair enough. No, fair enough.
I said it's 50-50. I only say 50-50 based on the improvement from Helenius and knowing the improvement and being able to counterpunch somebody like Wilder can help you out because that'll keep Wilder from wanting to throw and miss. Because again, I guess being knocked out 2 times in a row, you ain't got the best chin. Or do you have the best chin and you was just fighting?
Bro, let me charge my phone. I'm coming back.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Big shout out to my guy, man, Bruce Goes, Boxing Jazz and more, man. One of the best boxing channels out there, man. He's literally one of the best dudes doing it, man. Big shout out to Bruce. If you're not subscribed to his channel, please, that's a must sub. Like, that's a must sub. Boxing historian, one of the best doing it, man. Big shout out to Bruce. Jo, he said, I'm not trying to hop off topic, but did y'all see the Estrada fight? And if so, do you think the 16-month layoff hurt him, or was Cortez just that good? I did see the Estrada fight. I think it's a combination of both. When you're talking that long of a layoff, man, and then you fight, and Cortez ain't no bad fighter. Like, that's a serious ask in boxing to come back off of a 16-month layoff and come back and you're like in peak form. Like, it's like only in boxing you're asked to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a basketball player. They ain't played in 16 months. You're not expecting for them to drop 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not expecting a quarterback to throw 5 touchdowns if this their first game in 16 months. Like, only in boxing we're asked to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a combination of both, Jo. But the thing is, with boxing politics and the boxing business, these guys got to be active, bro. They got to be active, man. Like, at least 2 fights a year.
That's what I was going to say,
2.
bro. That's what I wanted to add real quick. See, when you take fights like that, the bag had to be, and the offer had to have been the draw too, and not just comp. A lot of the times, like a lot of the times, dudes don't really pay attention to the actual opponent before they looking at the numbers. You see what I'm saying? That happens a lot on the lower level, and it happens on a certain level once you get a name recognition. You know what I mean? A lot of times you checking for the numbers before you really checking your style versus the opposition style. So maybe that 16 months, he probably was like, shit, man, this is probably best offer I got. I can't avoid it. Not really knowing, okay, am I really ready for this type of dude? So, you know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't see the fight, but just explaining from my perspective, that's the way I would see that scenario. You know what I mean? Maybe in those 16 months, he hadn't got an offer that was worth him to travel, visas, all of these sort of things. He's probably like, nah, it ain't even worth it. I'm losing. So then he probably got an offer. Now you look, oh shit, do I really need to be fighting this dude after 16 months?
Right. Jo says Steven Espinoza said Tank team is in negotiations to fight Ryan Garcia. Pitbull versus Rolly would be a fun fight, in my opinion. I ain't even think of that. That would be a fun fight. That would be I ain't even going front. That would definitely be a fun fight.
I got a name for you. I got a name for you. And since we talking, your boy Jackson Martinez would be a great name. Great style too for Tank.
But he coming all 3 straight losses
because he
not gonna get no.
But he was fighting out of division. No, he's fighting out of division, bro. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Me and you understand. You understand that.
Yeah. But he went up and took 2 fights at 140. He took 2 fights at 140, bro. That's 140 is not his weight. His weight is 135. He more fluid. He was way too muscular and he wasn't able to be slick and box the way he boxes, the way he boxed Rolly. He boxed Rolly ears off. Then you put that extra weight on trying to bulk up for these bigger dudes, it taking away your natural game. That's what I think. But I get what you're saying. It's hard to sell it, got coming off 3 straight losses. But I think the style-wise and him being in the right weight probably would have made it an interesting fight because he does take a decent punch. It's not like he got wobbled extra bad in his 2 losses.
Right. A legend, what you think about Pitbull and Rolly? Like who would win that fight?
Yeah, I saw people mention that's a fight they want to see too. I'm going for Pitbull, man. Roly's chin is questionable at this point now.
Yeah, Pitbull.
Yeah,
Like the
Pitbull
thing
got
is,
too much power for Roly, man.
I love Pitbull, and the reason I say that is because you have to give Tank credit for what he did against Pitbull.
Right.
Pitbull is a problem, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's not your typical short dude, like that's just throwing punches. Like he's short, he throws a lot of shots. He gets angles on every single shot, and he does a pretty good job cutting off the ring. If you notice, a lot of the guys he demos, he traps them. Like they're not moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he puts them in a phone booth and he's just unloading. I just think Roly is not coordinated enough to beat a Pitbull Cruz. But I would love to see the fight though.
Yeah,
like I would love to see the fight.
That knockout he had, man, had me jumping back. You know what I mean? Like, dang. That's how bad it was, man.
Yeah, Pitbull get busy, but I want for people to give Tank his flowers too for getting that W. Like, it's not a regular dude is going to beat Pitbull Cruz.
Right.
Not a regular. You got to be up here to beat a Pitbull Cruz. Like, you know what I'm saying? J.O., he said, I'm hearing rumblings that Bud versus Spence is being set up for November 19th. Have y'all heard anything?
Nothing new. I put that up a couple
I heard
weeks
that he was
ago,
supposed to announce it. I heard they were supposed to announce something on this card, but Ruiz and Ortiz, but nothing was announced. So,
J.O.,
this would have been a terrible card to announce that.
Yeah, that's
a terrible card.
That's right, man.
Yeah, it would have been a terrible card to announce that.
So J.O., I heard the same thing. Just a little advice for you. Check the prices and check the prices in Vegas around that time, and that'll give you an indication. And you can just look up just hotels, period. If they're high up, that's a pretty good indication that they know it's coming. So that's kind of what I do for the big fight.
I got another tip. Check the numbers. You always check the odds, especially if it's a big fight like this. The odds gonna come out beforehand because they gonna want money from now all the way up to fight day. Feel what I'm saying? So, and numbers depending on who betting on who, numbers change all the way up to fight day. So they winning all the way around. So the numbers give us a lead to whether these big fights are confirmed too, meaning the betting numbers, the odds makers. Once they get their foots in, it's going down because they ain't wasting no money.
Yeah. So you got to look at that as well, J.O. But I did hear the same thing. To be honest with you, that's a joint you just want to be in Vegas at the time of that fight. That thing would be crazy, but hopefully they get it done, and hopefully it is November 19th. He said that's a good point. Didn't think about that. Yeah, man. Them hotels and stuff is like a standard price, and it's like when you look it up, they'll tell you if the price is higher or lower than the usual. If it's higher than the usual, then something.
But
something brewing.
Let's tell it this fight ain't gonna do numbers. So maybe I'm saying the hotel like shit. We charging the same rate. I don't know. I'm just going off based on what the young family say. It's not a big fight. It's not gonna do numbers. I don't know. Maybe it's just big to us hardcores. Remember, we was on here talking, and Shane, we was discussing how many numbers the fight do. What you mean?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Basically, bro, to be honest with you, bro, like it's crazy, man, because it's like this fight should do over 1 million pay-per-view buys, like no doubt about it. Like it should do over 1 million pay-per-view buys, and it should sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like it should sell out. That's what it should do. It depends on how many of the hood dudes is actually going to pay. Like that's really what it's going to come down to, because it's not they are both big names, but they're not household names where they're gonna bring the general public, a lot of the general public through. We're literally talking about the hood dudes. We literally talking about the hood dudes. Go ahead, Vlog.
What you mean? We're paying customers? We are
Bro, you're
paying
not a
customers.
hood. You are not a hood dude no more, yo. You are a businessman. You are not a hood dude no more, bro. You're not in that category. You have a channel and all that good stuff. Like you're not a hood dude no more. You are a CEO of your own brand and a co-contributor over here.
Yeah,
so you can't throw yourself in there.
Still, I got a question for Vlog.
I go whip with him. What's cracking? What's cracking?
Yeah. So I enjoyed all the fights, from the undercard, the opening of the card, all the way to Ruiz and Ortiz. Do you think it was worth pay-per-view? Well, with all the undercards, because they were all decent. But do you think it was worth pay-per-view? Because I know nobody thought it should be pay-per-view anyway. But I mean, like I said, aside from the main event, from the main event, with all the 3 undercards, do you think it was worth the pay-per-view?
No, I didn't see a name on there. Not even Pitbull Cruz's pay-per-view. They're trying to make him a pay-per-view star. So they had to throw some heavyweights on there, namely Ruiz, to support, try to bring added Latin viewers, you know what I mean? But maybe they got some numbers from that side of the fence, but just across the boxing landscape, I don't think it was a fair, friendly card like that. It was heavy, heavy towards one genre of people. And it's like, well, when you want to do pay-per-view, you usually mix it up and you make sure it's kind of inclusive. We do live in a melting pot, right? And everybody from each group watches boxing. Am I correct? So right. I don't know. I know I wasn't gonna pay for it because I didn't really see a matchup that intrigued me enough to say, my 90 just going for that. If I get a couple bonus fights, then I'm all the way around. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fair enough. I know Charles Martin fought on like the 9 televised part. If I'm not mistaken, he fought too. Yeah. I read he only got like 25K. I had him on the...
Yeah. Go ahead, Vlog.
It's crazy. No, I had him on my parlay. He won. He was fighting against some ultra gatekeeper. So it was an easy win.
J.O., he said if you had to bet on what fight sells more pay-per-views, either Triple G, Canelo, or Bud Spence, what one you take?
Right now, hold up. Let me get this one. Right now, I'm telling you, Canelo and Triple G gonna sell more. Just because Canelo fans want to see him win. And if they feel like this is a fight he can win, like even that Bill fight, even the hardcore Canelo fan was on the nightmares knowing that this dude was gonna lose the fucking fight. So in this one, in that particular scenario, I'd say Canelo just because of the victory. With the Spence situation, I think it's 50-50. So, you know what I mean? It's just up in the air where it's not one-sided, where it's like everybody paying to see Spence get the victory, or everybody paying to see Bud get the victory. It's I don't know, I would give it to Canelo.
I'm gonna say Spence, Bud, but not by as much as people thinking. People got to realize with Canelo, if there was a pay-per-view under the normal format, Canelo is guaranteed a certain number off top. Like he's guaranteed a certain number off top. Like Canelo's guaranteed number in terms of pay-per-view buys is more than what Bud to bring to the table and Spence. Period. That's just a fact. So then you got to factor in the other
that's not. I don't think that's answering this question.
I'm getting to the answer.
Which one would? Oh, okay.
I'm getting to it. It's the reason why I'm gonna say Spence and Bud is because that fight is ice cold right now. Like Canelo Triple G is ice cold in these streets right now. Ain't nobody talking about that. So the only people that's gonna buy it, the only people that's gonna buy it is Canelo fans. And I don't think there's enough. I think the intrigue of Spence Bud is gonna get more buys than just Canelo fans alone showing up and buying the Triple G fight. It's the fight. It's the fight that's cold. It's the fight that's cold. Like, I don't know one person that's really clamoring for it.
To argue against myself right now, I'm gonna say the timing, because big fights get a lot of eyes during the holiday quote unquote season, you know, whatever you want to call that, you know what I'm saying, whether you follow that genre or not. But during the holiday season, October 31st all the way through the end of the year, big fights really go down, be a lot of just extra eyes, family in town, you know what I mean, turning you on to a fight you probably wasn't even paying attention to because you're so busy with this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, you at the house, you buying a pay-per-view. So I think the timing for this Spence fight could actually help it do more numbers than we debated on our show a week or so back. Y'all could tap into that episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's a good question, though. Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, but no, that's a good point. That's a good point. We also got Abner Mares got a draw in his fight, and I kind of wanted to speak on that real quick. That was his first fight in 4 years. He did well, but I just don't want to see him in the ring. Like, I just don't want to see him in the ring. Like, I have no desire to see Abner Mares in the ring because of his eye. And you see in boxing, people play around with this stuff. Like, they'll be like, all right, but we know you're not physically fit, but we gonna let you in for that brown paper bag underneath the desk. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to see anything bad happen to him. Like, I'd rather see him just go back to the booth. Like, he wasn't bad on the booth. Like, he wasn't bad in the booth. What you think about that, Vlog? Like, you really got anything on that, bro?
I mean, bro, I think they searching for a viable name for the aforementioned Tank Davis. So, you know what I mean? I think that's one reason why they gave him the fight. Him not looking as good as, I don't know how good you can look after 4 years, couple eye situations, surgeries, things like that.
Right.
I mean, I get it. Just leaving that, you know, just dropping the gloves like that, hanging them up like that is just extra hard, bro. And then you're around it as a per se a job, so it's really itching at you. You know what I mean? That's like trying to give a crackhead a job at the track. You know what I mean? They supposed to be going clean and sober. They gonna be, hold up, man. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? It's the same scenario. You know what I mean? That's what happens with Roy and Bernard. These guys are still around the business of boxing, and they're taking fights after their time. So it happens, man. It's hard to get rid of that itch, man. So he did well. Glad he didn't get hurt, though. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, he blinking right and everything like that. I don't know if his performance was good enough to another call. But if you forcing a fight based on a name scenario, he's semi-active, I guess. So
it's kind of like, it was like, as soon as the fight was over, he was like looking for his shades. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah,
he's nervous about it. He been used to wearing something all these years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's kind of like, I think because I'm so aware of his eye injury, like, I just don't want to. I don't know if I can actually sit back and actually just enjoy an Abner Mares fight. I think I would be more nervous watching one of his fights versus, you know what I'm saying, like actually like enjoying it if he's like in a real good scrap. You know what I mean?
You don't want to see him going toe to toe.
Right.
You get that wrong shot, bro, and next thing you know, he over there just like this, and we all looking away from the TV. Yeah, I get it, bro. We've been there a few times in boxing where it just you know, give you that bad vibe of the sport, but you know, it all comes with it. But if it can be avoided, you see what I'm saying?
Correct.
This is what we're talking about right now. If that could be
Yeah.
avoided, then I think we should take that. That's why we were saying, like, Ortiz, maybe we had to hang him up. I know we talked about a couple names for the guy, bro. But honestly, bro, you want to be able to walk around with the grandkids, homie. You see what I'm saying? And I still think he got some youngins. Like, I don't even think all his
that's the
kids is
thing.
grown. So
Nah,
you see what I mean?
his
Like,
kids ain't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like, his
bro.
kids
So
ain't- his
like,
kids ain't
yeah,
grown,
bro.
grown.
I think he might need to definitely, you know, just take a step back and enjoy, you know, the proceeds of, you know, the wars he been in. You know what I mean? Because Ruiz, he came to win. He took some shots though. That's the one thing about it, bro. Nobody getting. I don't think people are really talking about that. These last two fights, he's fought two old men and they've been putting hands on him.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Legend, let me know when you want to jump back in. You ready? I think he said he ready. You was ready to
Yeah,
jump
my
back
bad,
in?
man. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Okay. Yeah. Nah, Vlog, that's a good point, man. Like, that's a good point. He got youngins, man. Like, so it's just like, I know I'm a hardcore boxing fan. I want to see somebody get knocked smooth the fuck out. But that situation, nah. Like, I don't want to see Abner Mares walking around with like one functional eye and his kid. He trying to be out there with his kids. Like, it's just, I do have barriers.
But his eye looked good when he fought though. But I know when he was commentating, his eye looked bad.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you gotta, to be honest with you, actually in the ring, it was gonna look better because he's actually focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
So when you commentating, you looking over here, over there, over here, over there. Yeah. So your joint going like this.
Right.
When you call it vlog windshield wiper, it's going like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that eye was probably just moving crazy. And that's why it looked so bad on TV. But that's why they had him without the shades on. And I guess they probably was getting some phone calls about it. So he was rocking the shades or some type of glasses, like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess we can get into this. We can get into this last topic, and then we can chop this one up for the day. Ruiz Salim got a big victory over Mike Plania on the undercard, man, and he's one of the dark horses at 122. Legend, do you think Ruiz Salim is ready for a title shot, or do you think he needs like one or two more joints, and then you feel comfortable with him getting a title shot?
Maybe a few more fights.
Vlog was saying the same thing. Go ahead, Vlog. Cook up for the people that don't.
I wouldn't say a few more though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a few more. I think just the right name. Supposedly either a former contender, like, you know what I mean, he actually fought in a world title fight, probably didn't win, obviously, or at least a former champion. Even if it's not say an elder statesman, but a guy that kind of ain't had a belt for 3-4 years or whatever, and we ain't really, heard much from him, but he's still around, hanging around. Get a name like that. You know what I mean? I think you just need that experience too. Pena is a upset-minded guy, so I don't know if he was really a guy you could springboard off of. Because if he would have got the upset, it would have been better for Mike than it actually was for Ruiz Salim. You see what I'm saying? It was just another standard win. So I don't think him being a victor was as good as it would have been if Mike was actually able to pull an upset. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't be.
Go ahead, Jeff.
No, you're joining a little out of sync. I wasn't even trying to cut you off.
Yeah.
Go ahead and cook up, bro. Go ahead and cook up.
No, but we were saying though, it again, like I said, I just think he need one more name. But we was talking about him being with King's Promotion. And I had brought up maybe trying to seek a name across the street or something. And you were saying, well, King's Promotion is so tied in with the PBC gang that they don't do that. And I'm like, well, that don't make no sense sense if he's not really on the roster and he's not getting an opportunity at Cool Boy. Then maybe he should seek, depending on his ranking too. You know what I'm saying? Because what is the other champ? A WBO?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So I don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's with the Zan, like you said. So I don't know, bro. It's a tricky situation to stay stuck.
Yeah. So it's kind of I would have been 100% on board with you, Vlog, but it's just this one point that I know about. You got to ask yourself, have you seen King's Promotions anywhere else outside of PBC? And the answer is no, and that's how you know that they're locked in. That's how you know they're locked in.
Yeah.
They
I'm
locked
not
completely
gonna lie.
in.
I can't say that I haven't. No, I can't. I mean, I know they got their own social media thing that they do, but I'm not seeing them really moving their fighters around or even putting on their own little undercards like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think they got a bunch of fighters they legally tied to, and then they getting them fights on PBC. I think that's how they go.
Yeah, so it's basically it's either their guys are on PBC, and if they're throwing their own card, then more than likely it's probably it might be at the 2300 or somewhere around
So it's like the
Legends
3
area.
fight guys, the 4 fight guys, like that is like
like those guys, they'll throw
like
their own.
If it's their own,
they'll
card.
throw their own cards, right? So it might be a joint around the Legends way. They'll throw their own card or something at the 2300 in Philly. They'll throw their own card, but like if they got a guy that got a name, more than like almost all the time they're going to be fighting under PBC. So you take Michael Coffey. Michael Coffey is a King's Promotions fighter. He ain't saying him on nothing but PBC. Ruiz Salim is a King's Promotions fighter. Seeing him on nothing but PBC. You know what? I will say this though, and I don't know if she's still signed to them, but if she's still signed to them, this kind of bucks the trend. Alicia Baumgartner. She's fighting on the Zone this weekend, and I think she's the Zone. I think she's King's Promotions. So if that's the case, then I would say it's not impossible, which will go to your thought.
Man, what you think, bro? Can we tap in on that one real quick? Oh man, what you think, bro? Break that down for me real quick, man.
I think
it's the
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Real, let me set you up. Let me set you up. You know they did they 1-2 with you know the Stiller and the Bull Ward. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna mention his name, but you know that thievery, we ain't gonna never forget about that. But anyway, that being said, they did they 1-2. Old girl, Michaela was like, "Look, you only knock out people with losing records." I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Yo, bro, I had to look that up, bro." That was an honest knife cut. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like analyzing that, I'm like, well, it's your boxing skills. Can you cut this ring off? Because the girl Maya, she you know she good on the stick and slide. She's sticking and sliding until she knows she got the upper hand, but she stays out of danger early, and then she usually just start being more offensive as the fight goes on. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. How can your girl cut that ring off, man? Because obviously Soriano couldn't cut the ring off against Taylor as much as we won, especially late. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't know what Baumgartner tank looked like. I got a lot of questions now, bro. I did not know that. I thought she was beating some up and coming comp. Like, you beating a bunch of taxi cab drivers.
So to say, all right, so that's a good alley-oop. So I'll dump this one. So the thing with Baumgartner is, it's gonna be real simple. With Baumgartner, I'm like, is she the goods? It's really that simple. If you believe she the goods, then you take Baumgartner. We talking from a gambling standpoint, right? We talking about from a betting standpoint, right? Or we just talking about the fight?
From everything, from the fight, because how we break the fight down is going to lead to what you're going to do with your money. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I bet. I bet logically.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think Baumgartner is the goods. I do think she the goods. The question really is with Mayer, can she go in and fight her fight and win this fight? And number two, can she handle that power from Baumgartner? So I would say those are probably the two biggest questions. But for a plus 250 though, I'm definitely taking Baumgartner. I'm not as high on it as I was maybe about 2 weeks ago. But I watched that. So for the people that don't know what Vlog talking about, so basically they had a session, a segment with Mayer, Baumgartner, Andre Ward, Timothy Bradley. It was actually it was good. I like that setup. It was good. For the people that haven't seen it, definitely go check that out.
It was like a little face off, sit down, chat.
A face off with a twist, though. They was all in the same gym. They was in the same gym, so it was like a face off with a twist. But it was nice. It was nice. I ain't even gonna front.
I'm gonna check that out, man.
Yeah, definitely go check that out. But Mayer basically said like the only people you knock out is people with losing records. And I knew Baumgartner didn't have the best resume, but I did have to cue back and look, and I was like, damn, I was like, she ain't lying. I was just like, she not lying.
Yeah, and I did the same.
Baumgartner knew she wasn't lying either because she changed the subject. She knew she wasn't lying either. You know what I'm saying? But
she know her comeback was terrible, bro. Because she said, "Let's stick to facts." I'm like, well, technically, that is a fact. What are you talking about? Like,
right?
Like, oh, I was like, wow. But I'm not taking away from her skills. The only skill I question, bro, is being able to cut that ring off, bro. Like, because you dealing with a girl that's got skis with rollers on them. You know what I'm saying? So she's sliding, bro, and she got a stick. I'm not saying it's a deadly stick, you know what I mean? But it's a stick. It's still in the same. So it ain't going to be easy to me. It's not, you know what I mean? You ain't going out putting the hand straight on this girl like that unless that's something they actually been working on. But I'm not, we don't, you know, they don't really give us that a lot, you know what I mean? Like in their training videos, like I said, we're Wilder than them. I'm not seeing no defensive stuff, bro. If you're a guru like that, bro, you showing improvement, bro. You're not the same pad Jones, bro. Stop putting that shit up, man. Put something up that's gonna confuse this fighter that he about to fight.
Yeah, it's like on the Baumgartner thing. Like if you really like Mayer, then you still may not take Mayer because it's just the odds is too high. Like it's really like it's either you taking Baumgartner or you not really taking the fight. You're not gonna bet it. You know what I'm saying? I do think Baumgartner's gonna win though, but it's only because I think she the goods.
No, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. You gotta look at what platform this fight is going down on.
That they like
down on ESPN. You house fighter, man. You crazy. They in love with Baumgartner for the promotional forsake. You know, they house fighter is Michaela Mayer. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. You know, she come up missing, they gonna shut the whole world down like it's over again. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, bro. You gotta when you thinking about laying your money, you gotta always factor in the house fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why the numbers came in the way they did, because they wasn't looking at punch power. If they was probably looking at resume, but then again, you look at Mayer resume, you wasn't fighting the handiest type of females, like bras that really got sting. You was fighting other bras that couldn't box as good as you could box.
Let me factor this in as well. Even though Mayer was correct, but there's not a lot to choose from in women's boxing.
True.
So we got to factor that in as well. It's not like it's a big crop of females that get busy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the people that we know have good records and things like that, more than likely they're probably against females that have losing records or maybe at 500 at best. It's only because the crop is not that big. So that's the only thing. Even though Mayer was right, she was right, but I don't think anybody's resume is really like kicking like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me get in this last comment real quick. Now hold on now Clarissa Shields though, I'm betting the house. betting the house. Like you can't tell me. Nobody can convince me to go the other way with that fight.
What I'm gonna tell you in that fight is no. I'm gonna just say this. I'm not gonna tell nobody how to lay their money, but you definitely got to know that your girl scruples, you know what I mean, they gonna get tested because the girl Marshall, she ain't no chump. You see what I'm saying? When I'm, we talk about, you know what I mean, there's certain people hard-headed. She come across that type of fighter, so she's gonna get hers in there. I'm just hoping, the loved one can pitch the shutout. Beloved, I'm sure she's gonna score 1-2. She's got to be prepared to know that, I'm gonna get touched in here. I'm gonna have to walk through a little fire to get my off. You know what I mean? She's got to have 4-punch combinations to Marshall's 1-2. That's got to be certain situations of the fight where if she going to eat, she going to have to make old girl pay for making her eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you get the bill. You feel me? So that's just my take on that one real quick.
I like that. Listen, unless Marshall hits her with the super money shot, like Shields should school her boxing. Like Marshall cannot box. Like she cannot box. Like it ain't even. She can't box. So we gonna see. We gonna see. Like if Shields do what she's supposed to do, Vlog will get a nice little care package to put one of his 10 to 15 team parlays down on your boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
you know what I mean? He get a nice little care package from your boy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Last one before we get up out of here, man. J-Yo, he said Tyson Fury just called out AJ for a fight this year. It's Fury trying to duck Usyk. Vlog, I'll let you run with that one because you talked about that earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's easy, duck. Yeah, I mean, you calling out back-to-back losers. You called out Chisora 2-3 weeks ago, bro. So why are you calling out fighters that's losing? Like you could have called out to me. I would have respected you. If Usyk and them didn't pick up the phone, the first thing I'd have said is, "Yo, what's up with Parker Joseph winner?" You know what I'm saying? Somebody want to look. Y'all need to start talking to y'all peoples and get the bag right. Like you could have reverse promoted it and put it on them. You see what I'm saying? Like that still would have made you look good, even though you kind of backdoor want the AJ fight. It's how you selling yourself, bro. You making yourself look bad and you don't even know it. You think you out there looking good. Look, Britain, I called out a 2-time loser. Bro, what the fuck? They got Joe Joyce getting ready to come off, hopefully a victory. You know what I'm saying? So again, bro, he need me in this camp. I have his mouthpiece be real slick.
Hey, Legend, what you think about that, bro?
Man, I mean, Tyson Fury, man, he's a showboat, so you can't really take anything Tyson Fury seriously sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like Vlog said, he called out Chisora. I mean, and then I was seeing a video he posted talking a lot of trash about Usyk. So I mean, he's just back and forth with it.
Yeah, Legend. I agree 100%, man. He is the most erratic. So you got to think over the past. So over the past month, he is going from being retired,
right,
to letting go of a belt, to all of a sudden he wants the Usyk fight for about $500 million, to him calling out Chisora, to now he's calling out AJ. Like he's
all over the place.
He is all over the place with it, man. Like, and it's like I think I said this to Shane, and I think Shane was asking me about Fury, and I was just like, yo, like I was like, today's Monday. I'm like, check back in with me on Wednesday. he'll probably say something else completely different.
Right.
Like completely different than what he said
I know.
on Monday.
I know who he calling out next. I know who he calling out next. I already know.
Who that?
He calling out Trevor Bryan. He calling out.
Yo, that's funny, yo. That's funny. Easy bag too.
He calling out. He about to call out Ortiz. He calling out anybody who lose.
Any and everybody.
He might call out Wilder if he lose.
Yo, that's funny.
Man, and he gonna call out Hellenius if he lose. He calling out whoever lose, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
That is funny, yo. Fury he's constant. Anybody that, yo, if you seriously pay attention to Fury, you probably paid attention to Trump. Like, it's just so erratic, man, so inconsistent. Like, it's kind of just like, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we gonna close this joint out, man. Hour 20 minutes strong, man. Got a light one in today. Legend, man, is doing a great job on your podcast, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely see the growth. The numbers is going up organically, and you can't ask for anything more than that, man. Give them your social media, give them all that, bro.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as the Legend 3347. I'm on Facebook as Todd Finney, and my podcast is In This Corner. I got 6 episodes, and I also got a episode that I actually go live with.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's an hour strong too.
Yeah, so we gotta fix this ticker down the bottom. we gotta add Shane on there. We gotta add the Legend on there as well. I gotta get the link to your YouTube as well, so we can have that scrolling across when we put vlog stuff up, man. But we appreciate you jumping on for sure. But vlog, give them your social media and all that good stuff, partner.
Man, y'all see the name down there, so check me out. You can watch the replay on the channel. I'm gonna try to get, a little independent videos cracking on the wager side of the game. Also hit me up on Instagram. I've been kind of, ice cold in the streets myself, but I'm gonna be back busy, and definitely hit me up on Twitter, man. So on the gram, use the number 1. So use for the word first, use the number 1, and hit me up on the gram. I'll post my parlay that didn't hit, different stuff. I mean, I try to attack boxing from the number side, and definitely on Twitter, I'm just, raw with it, old school, blunt truth. So tag me on Twitter, man, and follow your guy.
Absolutely, man. Follow Shane on I_am Shane, the number 1. On Instagram. I can't say exclusively on Instagram because he's on Facebook now, but I don't think he's really doing anything on it. But I'll let him announce that, the specifics on that, because I don't remember it. Y'all catch me all over the place, man. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, G5JeffTV, website, G5JeffTV.com, man. If you are not on the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League, I need for y'all to jump on that. Absolutely free. $500 for the winner of the league, $200 for the second place winner, $100 for the third place winner. We got the side pot head to head. Got what you need. You know what I'm saying? We got what you need. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man, this was a good one, man. We will be back tomorrow, hitting y'all with another one, man. So, on behalf of Todd Finney, a.k.a. The Legend, my man Boxing First Vlog, a.k.a. The General, a.k.a. Blunt, a.k.a. Blunt Bayless, a.k.a. Mr. 1K, VP Shane, a.k.a. Ice Cold Shane, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, a.k.a. G5, a.k.a. 5, a.k.a. The Guru. This was episode 120 of the Goodfellas podcast. Episode 121 coming at y'all tomorrow. Peace.